Acquiring spiritual tools and paraphernalia can be expensive. Believe me, I know. I'm talking about $80 pre-tax for a tarot deck, $60 for a singing bowl, $10 to $15 a bottle of essential oils, $12 or $50 for a crystal. And let's not talk about how expensive grimoires can be if you use a grimoire. Well, I'm here to tell you that your spirituality does not have to be a financial burden to you, and I'm going to show you how. My number one tip to acquiring inexpensive equipment is get it secondhand. I know. There's a lot of ick factor for some people when it comes to buying secondhand. You don't know who's touched it. You don't know where their hands have been. You don't know what kind of energy they've left behind. You don't know the quality or the state of the product that you're buying. And it just feels nice to have something new just to yourself. I get that. I really do. But what I've learned, most people don't think twice about using a fork that's been used in the restaurant thousands of times. And that's kind of how I think about secondhand things. So, how did I do it? Well, I went to Facebook Marketplace. I found this beautiful deck for $15 Canadian, so that's about $12 American. I went to Amazon and I purchased this. Sorry, my kids stained it with slimy goo. Can't have nice things. And I bought a sampler set of essential oils. These are 5 milliliters. They come with this little dapper. And I use essential oils for my spiritual baths and my energy protection rituals. A video will follow in the coming days if it's not already up. I also use the essential oils to make protective sprays. I bought this little bottle at my local dollar shop. Very inexpensive. I could have reused something that I had at home. But I am on the lookout at a secondhand shop for a beautiful perfume bottle. I think it's important to resonate energetically with what it is that you bring within your home. And this one, it'll do for now until I find something that I can really love, but without putting strain on myself and the planet. So as I mentioned, I use essential oils. I've made my own Florida water. If you know or don't know about Florida water, comment down below. I'd love to hear a discussion, and maybe I'll show you a recipe for how to make some really inexpensively. Florida water typically goes for $30 US, so about $45 Canadian right now, and you can use a lot of it. I made the contents of this one for less than $1, so it comes in really handy. Smells really nice. Cleanses the space of negative energy. Finally, this is another tool. I don't have a fancy leather-bound grimoire or dream journal or shadow work journal or just notes. But I have a notebook that I use for all of my writing, my thoughts, my knowledge collection, and even from time to time to channel through automatic writing when I'm trying to connect with my guides. Again, it doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg, and you can find them inexpensively, and you can stock up on them when they go on sale, particularly around back to school season. Finally, we have crystals, and people can feel particular about crystals. A lot of people are suspicious of tumbled crystals because often they can be misrepresented or counterfeit by some unscrupulous companies dyeing their glass. And I've had, it's true, sometimes being frugal can work against you. What they ended up sending me was painted glass gems, and the color started rubbing off. You can tell, even this one, I'm not sure is entirely genuine because you can tell the elastic has turned blue from the dye. That shouldn't happen. And so my tip, yes, is to use your resources wisely, but also to beware. Use discernment when you're making a purchase. First of all, if you're going through Facebook Marketplace, what is the energy you feel from the person you're making a transaction with? If you're getting a strange vibe, please don't purchase it. Listen to your intuition. If you're buying from an online retailer, sometimes things can be too good to be true. Exercise good judgment. Read the reviews. Listen to your heart. Does this feel right? And where you can, where your budget allows, do support local handcrafted individuals who pour their heart and their energy and their love into creating beautiful items for people. That energy goes a long way. My final message for you is if you are bringing home secondhand items, I always recommend giving it an energetic cleansing. You can spray it with your ritual sprays, such as your Florida water. You can anoint it with oils. If you're familiar with Reiki, you can use an energy ritual by visualizing the choku ray enveloping the item. Or if you're getting some bad vibes from it in particular, you can use the Jokakiri Yohaho technique, which should never be used on a living thing. So use discretion and discernment when using those. I have a blog post about using the Jokakiri Yohaho technique. Whatever you do, just make sure that before you bring it into your car, into your home, you have neutralized that energy and that you're not bringing home anything that is not conducive to your highest good. And that's the same for anything you'll get secondhand, either from an antique shop, from a thrift store, from a marketplace, or something that's been given to you by somebody, by anybody, any gifts that you receive, because you never know the intentions that have been set on it. I hope you found this information helpful. If you know somebody who's getting started and who can benefit from this information, please share it, like, subscribe. This helps this community grow, and it helps the algorithm reach people who can use it. Looking forward to seeing you next time.